for C Company 1 Rifles. It's been a challenging time following the death of one of their platoon commanders, Lieutenant Dan Clack. For those out on the ground, the area of operations has turned increasingly hostile, and over the past 2 months there's been a rise in the number of IEDs being laid. Our reporter Carla Prater spent the weekend with the company to see how they're keeping the insurgents at bay.
1 Rifles have been patrolling the southern part of Nar-e Saraj since April. At checkpoint Prater, C Company have worked hard to get the local community on side. But despite the relative calm here, in the last few months, things have changed.
You know, we come out here to start off with a bit quiet. We had the odd shoot and scoot onto the actual location itself. We had a couple of run-ins with the locals where they wasn't happy with things. And then as soon as the crops started coming high, it's just started picking up.
This checkpoint is important not only because of its influence over the local village, but also because of its location, holding back insurgents coming up from the south. And in the last 2 months, activity has increased here. Only last week, a patrol came under fire in the corner of that field over there, while also a child from the village was killed by an IED in that corner. And since we've been here, we've heard contact rounds coming from the west in B Company's AO. For one rifleman, it was far too close for comfort when a bullet struck the plate of his body armour on patrol.
We were doing a cordon for an IED that they found, so we were just watching, and the next thing I heard a bang and it felt like a giant had slapped me in the stomach, and then I looked up and there were like puffs of dust everywhere and I realised what had happened.
This is fighting season, and the abundance of corn in the field makes it easier for the Taliban to move around and lay IEDs. While we're filming, we get a reminder of the threat outside the compound walls. 800 metres away, an IED has exploded. Patrols continue from Prater. A resupply is sent out, but 500 metres down the road, another IED goes off, set off by an insurgent lying in wait in a compound. Luckily this time, no one is hurt. Despite the efforts of the insurgents, despite their attempts to intimidate the local community, the soldiers here are holding ground and holding on to their morale. Local villagers are helping. Through tip-offs, they recently arrested an insurgent chief and 17 IEDs were found and destroyed.
They're still talking to us, they're still trying to interact with us, they're telling us where the IEDs are, and they are openly telling us where the insurgents are. They don't want this fighting anymore, they've had enough of it.
There are still a few months left on tour, but everyone here is determined not to let the acts of the insurgents stop the majority here who just want peace. Carla Prater, Forces News, Nar-e Saraj.